research, innovation, and collaboration. The third pillar that we have is the pillar of commercialization of entities. And this is where we believe that as communities, we can bite into the knowledge and the skills that are available, meaning that we can initiate programs and activities for our own benefit. And I think that resonates very well with the workshop here this morning, that as individuals, while you are giving an opportunity, you need to create issues which should become your bedrock in terms of resource galvanization. And we have the fourth and last pillar of public service, training, and certification. As you can see also in that, we have components for those that are yet to be deployed, pre-deployment, for those that are working. We have got a program for those that are in service. We have a program for executives, including ministers, PSs, and when you have time, the Honorable Minister will tell you that she actually went through such programs herself. And we also have a program, which again is very critical for this morning, which is a pre-retirement program. Now, this sets our minds to face the world. The pre-retirement program sets a change of mind that often you may not be in a public service job or a private sector job, but you may have to create an opportunity for yourself. What that means, pre-retirement means you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to yourself. And therefore, because you are now moving away from the other engagement, you have to manage your time. What are you going to do with the time which you have so much, which other people and sectors were preoccupying in your life? So it means that for this, it gives you a very rare opportunity that now you are the manager of yourself and your time and your resource. Therefore, it gives you a chance to move even to a higher level, because you can do whatever you want to do in life without any supervisor coming around you to say, no, have you done this? You are the supervisor, you are the manager, you are the innovator, and you can initiate everything. And this is the thing which makes us very excited this morning, Honorable Minister, that we can link up together and have this very good discussion. It's not my time, it is not my show, and therefore I just wanted to welcome you, Minister, and through you, the PS and other members to this very, very productive day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for that information, which is very useful, especially that we are looking at how we can prepare ourselves for any eventualities. We are all potential job seekers. Thank you very much. So at this point, allow me to invite the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Zakaria Ruhanga, to give his remarks, as well as invite the guest of honor to address us.
So, guest of honor, once again, Minister of Labor and Social Security, the host executive director, allow me to ride on the protocols earlier given. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, when I look at you, somehow I have a feeling that we may not have that energy. I just want to say that we count on you. This is a very important meeting. This is why the ministers come. And to just give context to why this is very important is because Zambia, you may wish to note that amongst the study countries, in terms of productivity levels, we are number 8. Our president has always said we are in the Champions League. If we are in the Champions League, we should be number 1. We cannot allow to be in number 8. So this is why we are saying this meeting is very important, because we have to dissect at individual level what are we adding in terms of productivity. When you wake up and you sleep, what do? You account each and every second for us who are working and for those who are working in a different way. Because sometimes we have somehow misunderstood work or employment. We feel it's where you put on a tie and go to the office. So this is why we are on number 8. So we want to move, and we have the capacity to move to number 1. So I thought of just adding context to why we are here. This is very important. Like it was said, this is just the inaugural. After this, we'll be having a series of these. We have encouraged our colleagues, the trainers, to do it virtually so that distance should not be a barrier. So, Honorable Minister, once again, we are very grateful for coming to grace this very important event. So I want to appeal through you, colleagues, invite as many people as possible to come and tap into these concepts, which if well applied, you'll never be the same. You'll never even think of actually looking for employment in the context we are all understanding it, but rather you'll be your own boss, if you may put it that way. So I just wanted, much as we all know there is the keynote speech by the minister, but I just thought of just giving context to why we are talking of productivity, mindset change, time and again. So we have talked much, we need to walk the talk, and the beginning is now. At this point in time, allow me to now invite our guest of honor, the Minister of Labor and Social Security, to deliver her keynote speech. Minister.
Please take your seats. Another very big good morning to every one of you. I am glad to hear that good morning, because I want to congratulate you and thank you most profusely for taking up this challenge. The PS did say what he said about the president and the Champions League. And I go back as a Christian nation. I've not done the protocols, but it's very important so I don't forget that in the Bible there are those women who were waiting for that very important person, their Lord, and they were expected to have everything ready, and only 10 were ready. It was a 10, 5, and the other were late. They didn't have their fuel, and they didn't have any of the readiness to be able to achieve why they went where they went. And I see you as those wise 5. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Mr. Zakaria Lohanga, the Executive Director, Professor Malungo, Professor Malungo, the Chief Executive Officer, SBM Training Institute, Dr. Sylvia Mwansa, our facilitators present here, and other distinguished guests that are here, and the affected participants that are here in different circumstances that has driven their presence here today, all of you, some of you at the entry point seeking a job, others, you've been to one place and for one reason or another, stepped out and you're looking up to your future and seeking out tools and means to get back to that place which we all aspire for in our country. Colleagues in the process of seeking jobs, participants of this productivity clinic initiative, both physically here and those that are joining us online virtually on your YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel and Facebook and other platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started here, everything about the Ministry of Labor and Social Security has been talked about, the mandate. And to sum it up, that the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is about human capital and work. And not only work, but work that is productive, that yield, because otherwise we do not achieve, we don't get to achieve our aspirations. So that's who we are. And this is what brings us here to develop a community that to learn and share with, a community that is enthusiastic, a community that has committed itself in search of that prosperity to walk this walk together. And like Madam Yvonne said, she said, we mustn't only be known for inspections, compliance, and all those kind of issues. We also have a development agenda, and that's the reason why the Ministry of Labor and Social Security is mandated to also develop a policy and suitable interventions, relevant interventions to deliver on the issue of employment. So employment policy is a mandate which is part of the Ministry of Labor. So, stepping back from our mandate, therefore, I listened to the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many of us apply ourselves to think about what we are singing, what we are saying, what those who brought this song about, what do they say? Music is, what's the word? The composers of the song, what they meant, why they chose the words that they chose. And one of them that comes to mind that touches the chord, being Minister of Labor and Social Security, is land of work and joy in unity. Land of work and joy. They knew what they were talking about. They knew what they wanted to evoke in a nation that had just come out of the miseries of slavery, of colonialism, and a nation that was going to build its own nation. And free men we stand. Of course, I'm told men is also women. Free men we stand. Free men and women we stand. Yeah, it is in work that we can derive our freedom. And so these are things that I thought, thoughts that I had to bring to you to think about what we are saying when we are singing that song. And I also, maybe just to step out of what I've said, but within the posture with which I stand and sing of Zambia, also tells, do I mean what I'm saying in this, or is it a formality? It is proud and free. We must be proud. And it's the pride of what we will do to set up our nation that will prosper. We will prosper, and which will also prosper us. And so this is what we are here for. Everything that is in the 8th National Development Plan is about recalibrating ourselves on that agenda of transformation, economic transformation and job creation. So it speaks to those who are graduating, who are in the educational institutions, executive director. It speaks to them, those who are aspiring. I'm getting into education and I want to go, and when I graduate, I'll get a job. And that is the way, and that is the purpose of my going to school. Those of us who went to school many years ago realize, and I'm sure many others do, that yes, that aspiration ought to be there, but we are part of that. We are co-creators to that opportunity at industry other than just partaking in it as an employee. And that connects me to the last, I would say, before I read this speech from PS and the team. But I thought I should also uplift some of the material. We, in our constitution, have declared the declaration of government of the people by the people. Absolutely. So where is an exclusion in this government to say, no, us, we are not government. You are government. Where is the exclusion? Okay, where is the inclusion of everybody? By the people. By the people. Government of the people, by the people, for the people. So if it's by, you've got a role to play. Those of you who are here and those who are virtually participating. So when we run as a whole nation to go and participate not only in the enjoyment of the opportunity of employment, which is coming externally, but also in applying our talent and also bringing the innovation to the table, bringing all that can also expand the employment space, then together we will grow a Zambia at a faster pace than a population of 20 million, and NAPSA records less than 4 million that are contributing to NAPSA, which is a compulsory pension scheme, which would tell us that they are contributors at a number of 6, 7 million, 10 million. But it tells us that the workspace where this is supposed to come from is very small. And so how do we expand that to ensure that we include everybody else for inclusiveness? It is by the people to come to the table. I just thought to plant that in your minds and revert back to my speech. It is both an honor and a privilege to address you today at this productivity clinic, an initiative dedicated to empowering those who have been affected by job loss, as well as those who are still at the peripherals, leaving school and looking for a job, those who are seeking for an opportunity out there. This is an inaugural seminar, as has been pointed out, being launched under the theme Empowering Growth. So that we can seek it out because we're saying, does it make sense? Empowering growth. I think it does. So let's see where we enter it from, where we approach it from. This platform is not only a response to the economic challenges we face, but also a strategic intervention aimed at equipping individuals, citizens, with the mindset, skills, and tools necessary to reintegrate into productive employment, and also to set ourselves onto the journey of applying our talent at entrepreneurship to create that expansion of the employment space to bring more. We can't have only 3-point-something million people in the workspaces and we sit back and say, but why is investment not coming to create jobs? The investors are not only at the borders of Zambia, coming from other countries, the investors are here in Zambia. We can count those who have been able to do it, and so we can say to ourselves, yes, I can as well contribute to employing 10 others, employing 2, 3, 5 others, and eventually put myself on a growth path where I'll become one of the conglomerates, a chief executive. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality of job loss due to population trends and dynamics, economic shifts, restructuring being one of those of the debt situation in this country as an example, or even unforeseen circumstances such as COVID-19, and indeed the drought situation that we experienced has left many individuals uncertain about their future. Joblessness. Joblessness is not just about financial distress. It affects one's self-worth, confidence, stability, and overall well-being in many cases. It deprives one of income to meet our daily needs. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security, in collaboration with our partners, including this institution, this learning institution, and the facilitator organization, seeks to ensure that measures in the short, medium, and long term are put in place. We are committed to ensuring that this phase, or indeed, excuse me, excuse me. I will repeat that the ministry with its partners have presented themselves to attempt to mobilize ourselves and attend to some of these issues to prevent the anxieties, the loss of hope, the confidence, by putting in place an intervention such as this one and many others that are being put in place. So we realize the challenges and we seek to ensure that the measures in the short, the medium, and long term are in place. And we are committed to ensuring that this phase, or indeed the transitional period, is supported with anything that provides an opportunity for resilience through innovation, a productive character as well, and through other, which also include inquisitiveness. What can I do? What can I come up with? These are the platforms that we at the ministry want to provide as we move the tide to see how we can get more of our people more capacitated to enter the workplace, more capacitated to become entrepreneurs. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security is, among other, an advisory and a clearinghouse for employment-focused interventions and solutions for our citizens. So we are not just about that compliance, but this is a place where we must have that conversation that we intend to have today. In the short, medium term, the ministry has organized this initiative today, among others, to address the following: psychological readiness in us, talking together with you. How can we mobilize that psychological readiness when we are about to enter the workplace? We're leaving university, college, and everything else. And when we are laid off and seek to re-enter, and indeed, those who want to go independent, the self-reliance way. So this psychological readiness, helping participants rebuild their confidence, resilience, and adaptability as they go through such phases. Here we will bring out experiences of people who have gone through situations like yours. And I was there at one point as well before I entered the labor market. And I know how it feels. So who have gone through your situation and have recovered will provide support. Those who have gone through it and recovered will provide support as you navigate, or together we navigate, through the change management processes that will be shared here. Skills enhancement. This platform provides an opportunity for refocusing on skills relevant to address current challenges, and also upskilling opportunities aligned with current labor market demands and trends. Here we will provide trends in the labor market and industry that will provide you with ideas on areas to reskill, upskill, acquire new skills and business acumen. Entrepreneurship and self-reliance. This workshop, among other things, seeks to empower you, the participants, to explore alternative career paths through self-employment ventures in the short, medium, and long term as you look forward to job placements and other. The Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprise and Citizen Economic Empowerment Commission are here. I hope they are here. Are you here? Thank you. Thank you. Very important. Not working in silos, the president says. So you are here. I'm extremely happy to see you here. Yes, so we hold hands together and create that synergy that our people so deserve. Here to provide information on available opportunities, educating participants on managing limited finances effectively, accessing funding, and creating sustainable economic enterprises or enterprise opportunities. They are here to play the part within that area of their excellency in this, around this mandate. Above all, networking and employment linkages. This workshop is here to help our participants network together. You may not even take out what is coming from the front per se, but from the conversation where you are seated. It is just very important to network. So that networking is very important, and understand that you are not alone in the challenge, and ideas for job creation or job connections can be exchanged as well. What the other person knows you may not know. So that networking is very important. So this is also a platform for that. Ladies and gentlemen, in line with the above, I therefore direct the Ministry of Labor and Social Security for this networking need for networking. I direct the Ministry of Labor to revamp the Public Employment Exchange Program, PS. To revamp the Public Employment Exchange Program aimed at connecting job seekers with potential employers, business partners, and mentors, and explore other opportunities here and abroad, within the country and abroad, around our region and beyond, where our people can safely find gainful and safe employment opportunities through our engagement. Migrant labor is part of our mandate. Take note, I said safe employment abroad. Not anything that comes that will put our people in a risky way, harm's way. So let's network. This is your platform, and let's enhance the available products, Ministry of Labor, such as this public employment exchange, to be put in place. Ladies and gentlemen, I further wish to call upon all employers, business houses, and all well-meaning Zambians with opportunities of employment to visit the Ministry of Labor and register their vacancies. For these participants and others to be considered while we work to establish an electronic portal for easier access. We know there are employment agencies, private contractors that are out there, but that doesn't take away the duty of your government to also put that which we know is a best practice in other countries where they have such an exchange, where you deposit your CV and the employer deposits the or job opportunity or any other related opportunity, so that those who are not able to access through the other agencies will be able to access it in your government institution. So we want to see this put in place. Very important. This requires strong strategic collaboration and partnerships. We can't do it alone. We expect that there is expertise here that can help us put something par excellency that will save us within the needs of the 21st century. What we may have had in the 80s, 70s may not work today. So we are looking for those who have got the expertise to come along and work with us as we establish this. We are therefore ready to collaborate and provide tangible solutions to this challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry is exploring ways to secure other social security measures in addition to pensions such as unemployment, unemployment benefit packages elsewhere, studying what happens elsewhere. I won't say we are able to do this, but it comes in different ways. So we want to study as a ministry to check it out there, to see what small packages that add up to support our people during the time, such as what we have seen the public service works in the cash for work. Those kind of initiatives exist in many places. That's the kind of line of initiatives that we want to study and see the broad range that exists elsewhere and continue with such an initiative or enhance or upscale with that initiative that was temporal, but excellent initiative that His Excellency the President was able to put in place with his cabinet to attend to our people during the time of crisis. So we would like to explore for more ideas. This too, I know, requires a lot of buy-in to avoid increasing the cost of doing business, but a win-win situation can be found as we are all potential beneficiaries to what we are here to talk about today. If it's not yesterday or today, we might have find ourselves in the same situation a few years down the line, months, weeks, and so forth. So it is ours. Together we can make that difference. Ladies and gentlemen, to all the participants, I encourage you to open up in this deliberation here, in this interaction, open up fully. This is your space. And engage in this activity, in this intervention, in this forum, and embrace the opportunities presented to you across ourselves and also with the facilitators. Open up and interact. Share your idea. Do not be afraid. This is your space. Your future is not defined by the unfortunate happenings around jobs. So not defined, for instance, by job loss, but by the steps that you take today towards empowerment and economic stability, economic sustainability. Let this be a turning point where you rise stronger. You rise stronger, equipped with new skills, new perspectives, new energy, confident and determined. Confident and determined. Remember, employment is multi-level. Remember, employment is multi-level, self-generated and others generated, and collectively generated. You are born an employer besides being an employee, a worker. Every one of us is born an employer. So open that space and bring it to the fore and say, I have options. If this one doesn't work, my other opportunity here, my other window does exist, and I have the capacity. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we would not be all browsing about Chikumbutso, Maxwell Chikumbutso. How many have heard about Maxwell Chikumbutso from Zimbabwe? How many? By show of hands. Let's see the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So somebody, what has Maxwell done? Some people have not heard about Maxwell. What has Maxwell done? Just share with everyone here to be inspired by, yes, please. To be, yeah, please just stand up and share what this man, not very old, has done. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So give a hand to Maxwell to be inspired by him. There are many others. He's from what I said, level of grade 9 education. And for more than 25 years, he's been working on this project, resilience. persistence, strength of mind, not just strength here, but strength of mind. That man has done an amazing, he's unsat scientists. They are worried, they are saying, but what happened? How did he do it that he's going to have a vehicle? He has manufactured a vehicle that neither runs on fuel nor a battery, but it runs on radio frequency, just capturing the radio frequencies. And people didn't believe it. How did he do it? What dream did he have? Who does he walk with? Who does he listen to? He listens to his innermost, and he's God, I think, to give him that strength. So if he has done it, and is making the likes of the richest man on this planet, who is running one with some kind of technology, but his is infinite drive. Once you buy that vehicle, you will drive anywhere. Right now, they are planning to drive to Cairo, from Harare to Cairo, with that vehicle to prove it. So why would I feel desperate and desolate that it will never happen in my life? No, yes, it will happen in our lives when we put ourselves across. This man has a story that he went to America to seek a patent. He never was given a patent because they said his science has defied the very laws of physics, has it? Of physics. They can't understand. They checked, yes, there's nothing here, but the vehicle is moving. For me, that is a story that we must carry as the government of Zambia with the people. And we will be able to do it, and the sun will shine. Ladies and gentlemen, I extend my sincere appreciation to all our partners, facilitators, other government ministries, sister ministries, stakeholders who have made this productivity clinic a reality. Together, we are creating pathways to resilience, productivity, and economic empowerment. Let us work collectively towards building a productive and sustainable labor market, expanded beyond what it is today, that benefits everybody and benefits from everyone, creating those spaces. Let's awaken our full potential. It is there. Let's awaken our full potential. Thank you, and may this clinic be a source of transformation and renewed hope for all participants, and to build a new Zambia through that economic transformation and job creation agenda in the 8th National Development Plan. And your president is an ardent believer in productivity. Your president is an ardent believer in yes, we can. President Hichilema knows and believes in you being party to this transformative agenda. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, when I grow up, I want to be like you. Thank you very much for inspiring us and giving us enough energy to go through this training, and also with renewed hope from your encouragement this morning. Please, a big a round of applause to the Minister. I personally am deeply humbled that the Minister can come and speak to us in this manner. The Ministry of Labor has a lot of other responsibility, but for this one, I think from her speech, you can feel the passion, you can feel the emotion, you can feel the connection between those who are affected and the office. So thank you so much once more for coming. This means a lot, I'm sure, to the participants. So at this particular point, we are winding up with our inaugural official opening ceremony. We don't want this activity to go unnoticed, and so I would like to invite every one of you for a group photo. Mwaka, I think, will help us with where we'll have a group photo, and then we'll quickly come back and continue with the rest of the program.